Hi there, and today I'm on the south coast of England in the beautiful town of Bournemouth, and I'm at the Bournemouth International Centre where outside there's Darth Vader, a stormtrooper and a scout trooper, and that's because there's a Comic-Con festival going on, but I'm not here for that. I'm here for the Bournemouth Brick Festival. So it's currently 20 to 10, the festival doesn't start till 10 o'clock, but there is already an absolutely massive queue outside. So we've just been let in, and despite the massive queue outside, it doesn't actually seem too crowded inside. So I just met a lovely man called Rick who recognised me from my voice and my purple ring. So really nice to meet you, Rick. You didn't want to be on video, but it's lovely meeting and chatting to you about Lego today. So this is Mo, he's a really good friend of Rick's, and he's just kindly given me this beautiful little old city set of the police car. His story is something about bricks, so check him out. What do you sell on your Bricklink, Moby?
I do a little bit of Bricklink, but I mainly come to these events.
Cool. And he is selling, I will run along the front of his store, but he has got a million minifigures. So thank you so much, Moby, for my little gift, and thanks for meeting you today.
Thank you.
So this is a cool new Doctor Who display, which I haven't seen before. We've got 3 different picture frames. Firstly, Doctor and his companion coming out of the TARDIS. Then an amazing 3D TARDIS coming out of the picture frame. And then lastly, a little mosaic. So there's another display I've never seen before, and it's this huge, amazing shipping container port. It's obviously based around the original Maersk ship here with all its containers, but it's got many other containers with lots of other brands on them. So you can see them all stacked up on the harbour side as well. We've got loads of cranes for offloading, and then we've got this other amazing brick-built ship next door to it. So this is Andrew, he's the guy who made the huge container depot. And Andrew, you were just telling me your inspiration and why go for ships and container?
So I work in the industry myself,
yeah.
So I find it's the best thing. I can play with sort of adult Lego during the day, and then obviously in my spare time I can build that out of real life Lego. Awesome,
and you're telling me you'd start off with the Maersk ship, but you modified that so it's more lifelike?
Yeah, that's correct. So the Maersk ship was based on what they call the Maersk Triple E. So I've got that, but then I modified because they brought out a second series of those ships. So I modified that, which became the basis for that model there.
Cool.
And then from there, the terminal's just kind of grown, sticking to that scale of model.
And then the pink ship, similar to the Maersk ship, but your own design and complete mock yourself.
Yeah, exactly, that's it. So it's based on a ship operated by a company called O&E, Japanese shipping company.
Cool. And that comes
in magenta colour as well. So
and it comes into Southampton, does it?
And that comes into Southampton, yep. And it just so happens that Lego do exactly the same colour as the ship. So
perfect.
I thought, perfect idea to build that one.
And then all the little custom stickers you get from a shop, you were telling me?
Yeah, so there's a shop on the in the Netherlands called Brick Sticker Shop. So you can contact them, basically tell them what you want and pre-order it, and they're very good and they can send it to you.
Awesome. Andrew, thank you for chatting to me today.
Okay, no problem at all. Enjoy.
And here's another nice looking display based on the Speed Champions mini set. It's called Dakar Rally and it's by Sebi Freeman. And I really like the way he's got his off-road mini in a jumping position coming over this sand dune. So another great classic space display. This is called Icons of Space by the Rancor, or he's on Instagram as the Lego Rancor, and he's got a huge mosaic of classic space logos. So first we've got Classic Space, then we've got Blacktron 1, then we've got M-Tron, and running down the road we've got Blacktron 2, and then Space Police 2, and then Ice Planet, and you'll have to remind me which one is this one? Spyrius. Very obscure theme there. Then we've got Explorians, which is another fairly unknown theme. And then finally we've got Insectoids at the end. So here he is, the man himself. And do you want to tell us about it? How many parts, first of all, are in your creation?
Yeah, so it's between 9,200 and 9,500 parts.
Yeah.
Mostly just the 1x1 plates or tiles.
Brilliant. And how long did it take you to make it?
About, I would say, close to 36 hours. So loads of separate sessions, several hours.
Yeah.
Constantly contributing and creating the new ones.
And did you design it first and then build it, or did you just kind of do it as you went along?
I designed and chose each logo as I went along, so I wanted to choose which ones were my favourites and what everyone else is going to like along the way.
Yeah, cool. Well, thank you so much. It's an amazing display, and thanks for chatting to me.
Thank you very much.
Now this is one display I have seen before, which is Space Police 1 by Tim Seymour, and he's built this absolutely ginormous Space Police vehicle. But a thing that he's added to his collection is this classic space logo. And it's this really cool style of just getting random parts and sticking them on in any odd order, as long as they're the right colour. So we've got some amazing pieces in here, if you have a look at the details inside. Just a whole bunch of random red, yellow and blue pieces. When you zoom out, it's a really good looking classic space logo. Now, I don't normally buy minifigs at shows, but here we've got a huge range of classic castle minifigures, so I'm going to go through them and see if there's any that I need. So I got myself 2 black falcons and also a really old classic castle figure with a stickered torso, and that sticker on his front is really good and the one on his back is even better. And that was from Battle Bricks, and you can follow them on Instagram, and they also have an eBay shop where they sell their minifigs. And here's a really cool display, and it's just a huge amount of different mechs from many, many different LEGO themes. And among my favourites are definitely the Imperial Armada mech and the Mickey Mouse mech, of course. And at the end of the display of mechs, you've got this really cool modified Mona Lisa picture, and the MOC is called the Mona Lisa, of course, and it's by Not That Sam Smith. And this is Not That Sam Smith himself. And Sam, tell me, what gives you your inspiration for your different mechs then?
The idea for the mechs is that when they put out the Star Wars mechs, there was a bunch of comments from everyone saying, oh, Lego will make a mech out of anything. And I took that as a challenge. Yeah. I will make a mech out of everything.
And I love that you've even gone right up to date, even with Bluey, who was only out a few months ago, you've even made a Blue.
Bluey and One Piece are like really recent themes, and then it goes right down to like classic pirate stuff. Like
I like your Imperial Armada one as well. Yes, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Which is your favourite out of the lot, do you think?
My favourite, I've got quite a lot of nostalgia for Power Miners, so the Power Miners one's one of my absolute favourites, yeah.
Cool. Well, thanks for chatting to us today.
No worries, thank you.
So there is a Comic-Con show going on in the hall next door, and you can see there's a couple of Ghostbusters over there, but best of all, there is a huge Back to the Future time machine just sitting in the hall here. So I know it's not made out of Lego, but it is just so cool, it had to be in the video. He's got the gull-wing doors open, and you can see there's a hoverboard there with also the trainers with power laces inside. And I can see at the back there's the flux capacitor fluxing. And on his time circuits, he's got the date in Marty McFly's future, the 2015 date. He's got his original 1985 date, and in the middle is today's date. Then at the back, of course, there's Mr. Fusion. But enough about cool DeLoreans in the middle of a sports hall, let's get back to some Lego. So there are lots of displays of things that I have seen before at other brick festivals, like these 3D printed F1 cars and the huge F1 grid. But then there are also a load of new displays that I've never seen before, probably because I've never been to the Bournemouth show before, like this absolutely ginormous Dungeons and Dragons display. I can see a few repurposed Ninjago sets in here, but down the front there's this really cool Super Serpent coming up out of the water. And this is by a guy called Charlie Clift. And this is Charlie himself. And Charlie, how long did this take to make?
So we've been building this for about 6 months now.
6 months, cool.
Yeah.
And you told me just now this isn't all of it either.
No. So this is about 2/3 of it. We've got another 2 board sections to go in where it gets a little bit darker. So it should be interesting with a graveyard, the old ruined church, like a dark forest. And,
nice.
We've got some new monsters coming up for that
and
as
you
well.
said you're going to be displaying at Southampton. I'm going to be there in December as well, so we'll catch up with you then and hopefully see more of it.
Fingers crossed we'll have more.
And why Dungeons and Dragons?
Oh, well, I've got a long history of gaming.
Yeah.
And we saw the Dungeons and Dragons set. Wasn't the cheapest set in the world.
No,
but
it wasn't.
My wife was really lovely and surprised me with it on the release date. So really, really good kit. Loads and loads of play.
So you saw the theme and thought, let's get back to Lego.
Yeah, definitely.
Nice. Cool. Charlie, nice chatting with you today. Thanks.
Cool.
And of course, no Lego show would be complete without a trip to Ian's Bricks. And here's my good friend Ian. Ian, how's it been going today?
It's been all right today. I have to say there have been busier shows. There's a lot of people around, but I think there's a lot of other traders today. So it's a little bit more difficult to make your money. But it's still been okay, so definitely worth it. And of course, it's local to me, so I've not got far to travel.
Nice and easy. And of course, this is the first time I've seen you since you've got your new fancy bricks. So I'm definitely going to be buying myself one of those later on.
Excellent stuff.
Cool. I'll see you later. Thanks, Ian. And here's another stall from a friend of mine, Fred at Hillian's Bricks, and he's got a vast array of sets here for sale today. And here's Fred. Fred, how's it been going? Has it been a good show for you today?
It's been average, I won't complain. It's been quite busy people-wise.
Lots of people, yes, lots of people are saying very busy, but not huge amounts of sales.
No, not so far.
Cool. I'm just going to go and see Emil and his minions.
Yeah, he's also got some Snoopy and Tweety down there.
Oh, I'm going to look at those as well. So Fred's son Emil makes huge brick models, and here is his Snoopy. And also a Tweety Pie, they're awesome. Emil's over the other side of the room with his minions, so I'm going to go and catch up with him next. And here is Emil, and every time I see him, he seems to have added another minion. Emil, you're up to 3 now. How long are these taking you to build, do you know?
So this one took 16 hours.
Yeah.
This one took 12 hours. And
Yeah.
this one took 15 hours.
And do you know how many parts in each?
About 3,500, 4,500, 4,500.
Loads of bricks. And do you get a lot of parts from your dad's store?
No, actually, we ordered them on Bricklink.
Oh, okay. I was wondering if he was going to give you I'll give you a discount in my store, but no, good. Getting them on Bricklink. They look amazing. Are you planning to make any more?
So this is the main trio of minions, so no more minions, but definitely more box.
Cool. I have just seen your Snoopy and Tweety Pie and they look awesome. Cool. I'll catch up with you at the next show.
Bye-bye.
Bye. So this is a display after my own heart. It's called Vintage Town by Dean Gardner, and there is just a huge array of vintage sets. So start at this end, we've got a whole bunch of vintage 80s construction sets, and this is especially a set that I absolutely love. I love the light and sound ones. I bought this one myself recently. This is also from the 80s. It's the motorway maintenance truck. This is one of my all-time classic favourite sets of all time as a kid. I love this set so much. There's a huge array of classic town buildings. This is one I absolutely love with the stickers on the roof lights there showing the blinds. Then as we move over, we've got a classic police station from the town series here and a town house with those wonderful stickers on the awnings above the windows. There's just a huge amount of tiny little sets that I remember having as a kid. There's a police bike there, a little race car, and the fire chief's car around here. Then the fire chief is making his way to the classic town fire station with a great selection of fire trucks outside. Another one of my favourite sets from when I was a kid, the hamburger shop. And then next to it is the bicycle and motorbike shop, which is a set that I recently got myself, and I'm going to make a video about that one very soon. And I never had this set as a kid, but I really wanted it. I had the Shell petrol station, but I always wanted the bus station to go with it. And then in the middle we've got a 4.5 volt train going round on that classic old grey track. And this is Dean, who built the whole town. Dean, so you said a lot of this is your sets from when you were a kid?
Yeah, about 80% of it is from mine when I was a child.
Yeah, what's your favourite set of the whole lot, do you think?
Probably the little car and the garage. That's probably one of the first sets I was bought when I was a child.
The one in the middle there?
Yeah, the little red car.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Cool. And do you plan on showing this at other shows again?
Yeah, I'd like to, yeah. I've already shown it at Exeter. I live a little bit nearer to Bournemouth, so Bournemouth was a good one to choose. But yeah, I'd like to show it again. Cool,
well thanks for chatting to us today.
Thank you.
And from Dean's classic town display to a classic town set that I've just bought, I found this really good copy of the post office van. It's only £9 and the stickers and the printing are still in immaculate condition, so I picked that one up for myself. And I've also just picked up this Lego delivery truck. It's a set that's been on my wanted list for a very long time, and it was only available for a short time at the London Leicester Square store, maybe a couple of other stores, and I never managed to pick it up in person, but I've just found it going at a good price, so I grabbed that one. So this is an amazing medieval village by Lewis Wood. Lewis, how long have you been building this for?
Over a couple of years now, yeah.
A couple of years.
About 100 hours work, I'd say.
What was the first bit? What started you on it?
The house in the corner.
The house in the corner?
The little Tudor village, Tudor house in the corner.
Yeah, and is it any of it sets, or is it all completely out of your own imagination and
all
MOCs?
MOCs by me, yeah.
All MOCs. And where do you get your parts? Do you buy it on Bricklink or?
Bricklink, yeah. Mostly Bricklink. Yeah, I buy bulk from there, and mostly.
And are you ever tempted when a medieval set comes out to buy it and add it in, or do you prefer to stick to just building MOCs?
I prefer to do MOCs. Yeah.
Nice.
I'm a MOC builder.
Well, it does look amazing. There's some really classic castle bits I spot. I'm especially loving the goats down the front. You've got to have a Lego goat in there somewhere.
Yeah, not the original one, not the expensive one.
No, but yeah, they do look good. So thank you ever so much for talking to me.
That's right, I appreciate it, thank you.
So it's just on 2 o'clock. Suddenly realised I've been here 4 hours chatting to people about Lego, but the huge crowds have gone. It's started to thin out with people now, so it's time to take my purchases and go home. So back home now, and I just thought I'd show you in a little bit more detail a few of the things that I showed you that I'd bought, but also a few things that I bought which I didn't show you while I was there. But before I do, as always, a quick shout out to all my channel members. Thank you so much for your support, and if you'd like to support the channel and get your name on a brick in my videos, you can click on the join button below this video or the link in the description and find out how. Or alternatively, if you're buying from lego.com, please use my affiliate link. It doesn't cost you any more, but Lego give me a small commission. But the first thing to show you is this amazing Technic set from 1986. Now it's set 8035, and it wasn't a specific model, it was just a universal set. But the best thing about this, apart from the box being in really good condition, is that it's completely unopened. The little sellotape seals on the end are still unbroken, and inside all the parts are still in their poly bags and in the plastic tray. There are 4 unopened bags, this large one on the right hand side, a tiny one in the middle, and 2 medium-sized on the left-hand side. And I absolutely love how all the tyres and cogs and various elements are laid out individually in the middle section. And then right at the back in the cardboard tray, but underneath the plastic tray, you can just about see the instruction book. Now, I don't know if I'm going to keep this one forever. It's lovely to own and have a look at, but my two choices are I hang on to it for a few years and then maybe sell it on, or I do the completely crazy thing and open it up and build it. But for now, it's just going to sit on the shelf in my Lego studio and give me some nice warm fuzzy feelings every time I look at it. Next is that Lego delivery truck. Now, this was only available for one weekend in August 2022 from the London Leicester Square store, but you only got it with a £75 VIP purchase. However, there is a very similar set with a different set number, which is also available at a few other stores. Now, I love Lego delivery trucks, and I've got quite a few of them, going way back to this 1980s version. And this set's been on my wanted list since it came out in 2022, so it was great to pick it up at the show at a good price. Next, we have the minifigs which I bought. First are the two Black Falcon Knights. They're fairly generic figures, but they are two which I didn't have in my collection. Next, we have that really old Castle Guard minifigure from 1980, and this came in set 1592, which was called Town Square Castle Scene. Now, when I filmed him at the show, this was the front of his torso, and you can see that the print on the sticker is completely off-centered. So I've pulled his arms off, turned him round, and the sticker which was on the back of his torso is much more centered and looks much better. And for being 45 years old, the sticker is in amazing condition. Next, I bought the Lion King. No, not that Lion King. And he was from set 7946, which was King's Castle, which came out in 2010. Now, I'm a sucker for minifigs with chrome bits on them and also castle minifigures in general. And you don't see this figure around that much, but he was one that was on my wanted list, so I snapped him up. And then lastly, another one I didn't show you while I was there, which is Nebula from the Guardians of the Galaxy 3 movie. Now, I don't really make any videos about Lego with IPs, like Star Wars or Marvel, and I don't buy that many sets, but I do like to collect the minifigures. And I've already got all the other Guardians in their blue outfits from the third movie, so Nebula was the last one I needed to get. So moving on to that amazing little set which Rick's friend Moby gave me. Now, I do have this set already, but the boxing instructions are long gone, and this box is in absolutely immaculate condition. You can see the perforated punch hole hasn't even been slightly dented, and of course from this era you got pictures of alternative builds on the back. So once again, a huge thanks to Moby. This is going to be very much treasured in my vintage collection. And then lastly, that little post office van. Now, the seller which I bought this from actually had two of them for sale, and he was really kind. He let me look out the panels with the best stickers on them, the minifigure with the best printing on it, and also the cleanest windscreen. So this set had the best windscreen and one panel with a really good sticker, and I grabbed the other panel and the minifigure from the other set. So we'll give that one a quick build. Now, there's nothing particularly special about this set. It's just from an era of Lego which I absolutely love, where everything in Lego Town was 4 studs wide, from this small post office van to giant articulated delivery trucks. And I had to snap it up because it was in such good condition. So I hope you've enjoyed me taking you on my little trip to the Bournemouth Brick Festival. Now, the next Brick Festival which I'm attending, I'll be displaying my own models at, so I'm really hoping to get the upscaled mini loader finished by then. And I'll let you know when and where that'll be a little bit closer to the time. But for now, if you've liked what you've seen, please do give my video a thumbs up. It really helps me out. If you'd like to support the channel, you could consider becoming a channel member or buying through my Lego affiliate link. As always, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I still try to reply to every comment I get. But most importantly, if you haven't done so already, please subscribe for more Lego videos.